There we go. We got it working now. Oops. What up, Tymo? Alright. Oh, right. I was gonna set this cube up. I was wondering why I picked it up and it felt so bad. Not watching this because Mega's happening right now? Then how are you typing in the chat? Also, Megamix is just kind of boring. It's just going to be Nicholas Nang doing Nicholas Nang things. Oh wait, I didn't connect my timer. That would probably help. Alright, what was it? Still not a great solution, but I'll take it. Why aren't you watching Nats? It says it in the title. The Nats stream is just boring. To me, it just kind of feels like an invitational for like a fighting game series, and those just aren't interesting to me. Because it's just like, okay, you got 16 really good people in a room. Wow. Like, I could have seen 16 really good people down the street if I wanted to do something like that. I either need to be in there in person to witness everything live, or it needs to be something with like, I don't know. It's just the vibe of invitationals just doesn't really make much sense to me, especially for the fact that it's deciding national champion. I would be perfectly fine if they did a competition like this in this style, and I would just not care about it. Like, I would just be perfectly fine with that in general. The fact that it's deciding national champion is a bit of a... It's not something that I personally like about it. Which, it's good that they're testing out new formulas, it's just this is not a formula that I think will work. But, again, that's my own opinion. You're entitled to have your own opinions as well, so... If you want to go watch Nats, perfect. Just click out the stream. Like, the title isn't meant to be taken seriously, it's just a request I have. Also, first official PPL algorithm on camera. I learned Troll PPL in like 1 hour, like 2 days ago, and somehow all their algorithms have just stuck perfectly. So, I'm trying to get better with it to hopefully push for sub 30. Okay. How close are you to sub 30 right now? Honestly, I'm further away than what I was 2 weeks ago. If I'm being completely honest, but it's also the result of A, learning a new method, and B, really trying to get my solutions down. Because I looked at some of the solutions in my... Because I uploaded a video to my channel, The Sub 30 Grind Starts Now, where it was just my 2 rounds at the Utah State competition earlier this month. or I guess last month. It's November now. Jeez. I looked at the solutions there, and I wasn't satisfied with A, how ergonomic they were, and B, just the sheer move count. They were way too many moves. So I really started working on that at recent times, as well as learning a new alg set for PLL parodies, which some of them are really nice, and others like Q is just like, what even is that? So I I'm streaming right now. Hold on. Hold on, 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I'll be back shortly. Okay. I believe we are back now. Hold on. Okay, Mom, can you move this? You can pick it up tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Apologize about that, everyone. It was just a bit of a conundrum of my mom not knowing where her phone was. So, we're back now, though. Anyway, where was I? Sub 30 talk, yeah. Basically, learning new methods and trying to get them down so that the push for sub 30 is as easy as possible. Took me ages, but I got there. PBS 17, nice. Yeah, like, see, that first 2 center solution was not what I'm after. Nah, that sub did not feel good. Okay, for real this time. I think we're finally back. Is it still lagging behind? Okay. I saw that in the Discord. How many algs are there, and would it be double PLL, right? It's not double PLL, it just makes PLL doubled. If that makes any sense. So, like, PLL. Jeez, excuse me. So, PLL, you have 22 cases because there's 21 PLL algs plus a skip case. But it's the same thing for PLL parity. There's 21 PLL parity algorithms plus the skip case, but the skip case is essentially just op anyway. So there's only 22 algs, and you probably already know like a solid 5 of them. So it really didn't take me too long to learn. The only hard part is just like remembering how the algorithms function, because like intuitively it makes absolutely no sense. And I'll explain what happens if I get one in the solve. So it's a 50-50 chance if I do get one in the solve. Where are you? Oh, you were down there? Okay. In here. My goal isn't necessarily fluidity of times right now. My goal is just making sure that my solutions feel like up to the standards of my liking. I just have the timer on because you guys like a timer apparently. But like essentially here, I will do PJ as an example. Actually, this is a terrible example, never mind. But essentially like how some of these algorithms stem from. They stem from, so like this is the bad D perm for me at least. They stem from doing like this commutator on 3x3, which is essentially just a U perm. But if you do that on a standard 4x4, it does like a swap of 4 edge pieces, which technically does do PLL parity. However, you're able to then combine that swap of PLL parity with a different swap of PLL parity, which an alternative one could be like a reverse J perm like that. It's very unintuitive and it's hard to get the gist of it, yeah. There's a lag time in the stream? What do you mean? Like, is the audio linked? But yeah. Hold on. See if that syncs up. Hold on. Okay, I think it just picked it up as background audio. The sound keeps coming on and off. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Hold on. Maybe it's something to do like tinkering in these settings. That's chat settings, okay. Sound keeps coming on and off. I think it's just like it assumes that it's like background audio because I was just on a call with someone. I wonder if I reload YouTube, it'll continue the same broadcast that I have currently. Because if it harms viewing pleasure, I might just... I've been practicing 6x6 a lot recently. I just learned the inner slice parity alg, and that has already difficult to understand. But I'm hoping to get sub 220 and get NMSR, New Mexico SR. Ah, shoot. I didn't do that right. I should have just done the PyZB. I'm a fraud. Just lube my 5x5 and 3x3 today. Second layer with heavy lube and last layer with a lighter lube for 3x3, and it feels really smooth. I can definitely see the approach of it feeling smooth, but I feel like after a while there's just going to be a bunch of inconsistencies with the layers, and that's not something that's pleasant to solve on. That's the only critique I have with that. Besides that, lube the cube whichever way you want, I don't care. But that's personally the reason why I wouldn't do something like that. Can't hear you right now? Oh, why is it doing that? Does it only turn back on when I talk and then it like goes back down to quiet? still watch the queuing now, lol. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to attempt to restart the stream by just closing out the YouTube app on my phone and then reopening it. I think it might just stop the broadcast altogether, and if it does, I'll just start up a new one. So,